Hello and welcome back to the Making a Husband podcast with me, stand-up comedian, actor, all-round good egg and man of the people, Tez Ilyas.
Yay.
And with me this week, as she will be every single week, as long as this podcast is alive, is the one, the only...
Shy Ilyas. How long do you think the podcast is going to be alive for?
A long time.
Hopefully.
Because, well, today's episode number 50.
It's 50, guys.
Episode 50, guys. How are we celebrating?
You're going to your show and I'm going out.
All right, so we're not
doing it
marking the
together.
occasion.
But we're marking it in later on because you said you wanted to do something later on episode 52.
All right.
Yeah. See, this is what I mean about this man. He tells me stuff and then he just...
I thought it was one of them where, like, you know, when a woman says, "Oh no, I don't want to do anything," but really she does want something planned. So
there's
there's nothing. There's nothing.
There's nothing. You're
There's no
planning
like
something.
surprises coming out.
But you're planning something. Have you got something? What is? Is that an empty bag? Did you get a donut? That's so funny.
I got you a donut because I thought you'd get me something.
Love, you said episode 52.
Show everyone what I got you.
There you go. Even though you just went downstairs to get it, it's fine. He went downstairs, guys. He got a little chocolate donut. I've not even had lunch, by the way. I ran.
Got 50.
Happy episode 50, guys.
Happy episode 50, guys.
Got a donut from Chai Cafe, which is just downstairs, basically.
Happy episode 50, guys. Right, guys. Right, Shy. Right, guys. Right, Shy. What have I've been up to this week, apart from you getting a donut from your lovely husband to mark the 50th episode of this podcast that you do with him?
Your lovely wife has been cleaning up after you.
No, don't bring that. Don't do that.
We went to a wedding.
We did go to a wedding.
Yeah.
Very, very nice wedding. We got a shout out Fez.
Yes. Oh, yeah. He listens to the pod.
Because someone who listens, my best friend's younger brother listens to this podcast every single week and he watches it / listens to it. And he was sat next to me at the wedding. And I did say to him, like, obviously we're going to talk about the wedding in the podcast. It's something that we've been up to. But Fez, if you don't get a mention, like, that's not a good look for you, innit? So Fez has now been mentioned.
Yeah. So...
Had a good laugh at the wedding. What was your favourite part of the wedding?
I think because when she walked in, it was quite... They did like
it was very well organised.
The violinist...
Yes.
They did a bit and then it turned into a song.
I spoke to the violinist.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you were there, innit?
I was there.
Where was he from?
So, Romania?
Yeah, you were listening.
Yeah.
Transylvania, specifically. I liked it. It was very well organised.
Yeah.
One of the most well organised Asian weddings I've ever been to. And I was very surprised because this was one of my best friends growing up. Like, we used to be, like, we're still boys, but like we were boys growing up on that. A couple of brothers and their uncle who's also their same age. So they were like, it was almost like they're three brothers. And me and my cousins and a couple of other friends, we all used to hang out. We were like one big group. So his younger sister was getting married. And it was so fun. But I was like, from everything I know about that family and I love them a lot. Like, I did not expect them to be this well organised.
I'm telling you,
it was the
guys,
girls that did everything.
I'm telling you, when women organise weddings, I mean, you were the one off, but in general, when women organise anything, there's timekeeping.
Who organised our wedding?
We both did. It was a joint effort, darling.
Who was project manager? Who was lead?
That's the only time he's ever been so good at doing something. Let's put organising it in.
Sick. So good. It was really good. My favourite part about yesterday's wedding was when I went to the prayer room with the lads to pray. And when I walked in there was one other person in there already praying. And it was so funny because the venue had a separate section for praying. And they clearly designated which way to pray because it was literally like Qibla, as in Mecca, is this way. And then someone was praying in literally the opposite direction. And when they finished, I was like, uncle, I think, like, Makkah, I think is that way. And he was like, he turned around and he saw the sign that he clearly missed. And he was like, it counts.
Do you know who it was? Do you know who that person was?
No idea. He looked like an older China. China's one of my friends. But then what was even funny is when he left, I looked down at the prayer mat and the prayer mat was facing in that direction. So not only did he miss the sign, he also missed the prayer mat facing in that direction. And he just prayed at the prayer mat backwards. And I was like, that guy did not pay any attention to what he was doing when he got into that room.
He was probably enjoying the wedding.
But what made it even funnier is when you didn't go into that prayer room. When you go to the prayer room and you looked out, you had the best view of the stage.
Oh,
Like if you looked in like the praying was in the opposite direction. But if you looked in the
okay.
other direction,
Yep.
it was basically you had a view of the man and groom, the groom and
Man,
bride,
man and
the man
groom.
and groom, the man and wife, the man and bird, the bride and groom on stage.
Yep.
So I was like, was he praying that way so he could see the stage and like not miss anything?
So funny.
We were like, speculation was rife. I'm not gonna lie, I was the only one speculating. Everyone else was laughing. I was speculating the whole time.
Do you know what's crazy? It's like how it works. People knowing people because you obviously went because it's your best one of your boys' sister that got
Yeah.
married, right? I was at the wedding and then Shahida, who's also my friend, who lives opposite us as well.
Our
She's
friend, like our neighbour.
her cousin is the bride's best friend.
Mad Dine.
And then she was also best friends with the bride's sister at some point as well. I was like, what a small world. And
That is a small world.
I'm not from Blackburn, and I've somehow been thinking like,
Yeah. Very nice. So it's good to
Yeah.
met some people, old aunties.
Oh, I got recognised by the way a few times.
You get recognised everywhere
I
you
know,
go
it's
now.
really
We were at the
Guys,
Trafford
I've
Centre.
made it.
We were at the Trafford Centre a couple of nights ago.
Oh yeah.
And then this family stopped me. This husband stopped me, and he's like, "Oh, my wife's a big fan on that." And then we took pictures with them. Like they had a kid with them as well. We took a picture, and then it was like, "Oh, I really love your podcast." And I was like, "Oh, my wife's because you were with my sisters doing something else. Like a few of us went, and so I think they were looking at some makeup or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, my wife's around here somewhere as well." Honestly, she looked like she was like.
Thanks.
Where? They shake. Honestly, you are. I think honestly, for some women in this country, you are becoming
Shut
like that goat.
No, you know what it is. I had to say to Shahida because one of her cousins actually approached Shahida's cousin that came up to me and said to me,
Right.
"I feel like I feel like I know you." And I was like, the thing with me is people don't, and I was talking to Shahida about this morning. She was like, people don't realize you're not actually as extroverted as what you might come across. Like people might see whatever on my stories or social
it's
media and
true.
stuff. I'm so socially awkward. It's so awkward. Like I get so nervous.
I don't think you're socially awkward. I think it's a new thing for you.
No, but I just don't like.
No,
I've
but
always
normally
been
you're
like that,
fine. I think you're fine talking to people and stuff. Like people that you know.
Yeah, I know, but I
think
find
you're
it weird
fine.
if someone gives me compliments. So
Yeah, but a lot of people are not going to take in compliments. Even
Yeah.
I'm not going to take in compliments. Like I find sincerity very
Yeah.
difficult.
I give you loads of compliments. You love it, innit?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, but when people say, fine, taking compliments about how I look, how I smell,
Make sure to tell him he smells nice.
stuff like that, I'm okay with. When people say to me, "Oh, I really like what you represent. I really like how you represent
Yeah, I like that.
us. You're doing a really good thing. You're a voice." That stuff I find hard to do. with.
Really, but I think
Yeah.
that's such a
No,
wonderful
don't
compliment.
get me wrong. It's a lovely compliment, but I find stuff like that a bit hard to like I'm like, okay, thanks. Because I've never wanted to be a role model or see myself as a role model.
I think a lot of people say that though, don't they?
If I am, I am, whatever, right? It's not something that it's not a position I want or have sought. So when people see me like that, I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do with that. I think last week or the week before you were saying whatever you were saying about me, whatever, and I was like, I can't deal with this.
Well, when I was being nice to you.
Yeah, it was too much. It was sincerity was too much.
Saying I was proud of you.
Yeah. I find that sincerity a bit
Should I
difficult.
just be
to deal
mean to
with.
you?
No, it's nice, but I'm just saying I find it.
No,
hard
I
to
get it.
deal
I get
with,
it.
you
I get
know.
it. It's weird. It's obviously I've just come new into this, but it's really nice how it's genuinely so lovely how many people kind of like listen to the podcast and support it and get excited about it because I don't know, that's just really nice.
Although we did get one message this week.
Yeah.
Someone messaged me saying this week, and they went, "Oh, I found this week's episode boring."
I said to Tez, find out why because
I
it's
was
good
like-
to get feedback.
I was like, all right. And then it was obviously we share clips from the podcast. So I put a clip up, and then she just replied. I went to my like request folder, and she went, "Oh, I found this one boring." And then I was like, "Oh, do you mean that week's or do you mean this week's?" And then she meant this week's.
And then Tez tried to blame me.
As in the one that just
He was
came
talking
out.
about Fantastic
It
Four.
might have been 2 weeks ago or something. I don't know, whatever. She didn't find it very. And then I asked her, "Oh, why, lol?" You know, you have to be like soften it. You have to soften it, even though she's the one being like whatever. And I went, "Oh, why, lol?" And then I don't know.
Knowledge.
She didn't really expand that much. She just said, "Oh, I didn't find whatever," and I was like, "All right, cool."
It's fine, but
It's fine, of course
yeah.
it
Do you
is.
know what it is, guys? It's also good to know some feedback. So that's why I said to him, get the feedback so we can
I
know.
will ask because I wanted her to be like, "Oh, I just found Shy really, really boring."
Imagine she said, "Actually, I don't think you should be in the podcast."
Yeah, she'd just
Tez."
be shy. It should be the Shy Show. If you could be off mic, like off camera, and you chip in now and again when she asks you questions, but let Shy do the podcast,
Could you imagine?
I'd be like, fine, do it.
Also, guys, we are going to Budapest tomorrow.
We are, so we let you know about that on the next episode.
Yeah, so it's very exciting. Right, Tez?
Right, Shy?
It's your favourite part of the podcast where we talk about what Tez has done to irritate me this week.
I thought it was going to be animal fact. I got well excited.
Now, I switch it up sometimes.
Go
What
on
do you think
then.
you've done?
I've
He's
been,
going to say I've been a top.
no, I've been a
top
good
one.
lad.
Been a good lad.
Top
You don't think
boy.
you've done nothing?
Probably. No one's perfect. Even I'm not. You guys find that hard to believe. Even I'm not perfect. So I'm sure there's some minor indiscretions that you've picked up on.
Shut
But
up.
I can't think of anything major that I've done wrong.
Although today he actually dropped something on one of the bunnies.
Oh, banter. I did. Fell on Simba's head.
And he got really scared and I got really upset.
He was like this. Only it was a little toy thing made out of plastic. It was
scares
hollow.
them. Their hearts
It
are
was
not
hollow.
strong.
No, don't get me wrong.
You felt bad.
didn't-
I know you could tell.
I didn't do it on purpose either.
I know.
I was trying to move something and it fell off the shelf and
Yeah.
it hit him on the head. He was at the bottom. Happens.
He looks so upset. No, what I'm going to talk about is lately, and I'm just going to put it out there, yeah? When you've been sleeping, you've got a very bad habit, and I don't know where it's come from, but you keep elbowing me in the head.
Yes.
And then, but you acknowledge, but you get annoyed when I push your elbow back.
Come on.
No, you're not like that, like that. But one day, do you know what I was thinking I'm going to do? I'm going to punch it from there, so then you just punch yourself in the face.
That would, I don't like
Yeah.
that. I don't like that.
Yeah. So but also, it's fine if you're sleeping. Why do you get annoyed when I push you back?
Because I don't know. So like, okay, I don't know what's going on in it. You acknowledge that I'm asleep in it. I'm asleep during this in it.
I know, I'm getting a bit suspicious.
Wait. I'm asleep during this in it.
Hmm.
So whatever I'm doing, fuck off. I'm not doing it on purpose, yeah? So obviously, if I'm asleep, not knowing what I'm doing in my sleep, and suddenly someone violently shoves you, obviously I'm going to be like,
I don't violently. I'm like this to you.
what's that about?
No, you know
What's
what it
that
is?
for?
I do it gentle first, and then I'm like, babe, come on. And then the second time you do it, and I'm like, babe, come on. And then you get annoyed by that, going, stop waking me up.
Yeah, because I don't know what I'm doing in it.
But I've told you the second time, stay awake.
Stay awake.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
just stay awake and just watch me sleep, so then I can sleep peacefully. Because after the second time, you're gonna come back a third time, and then the third time, that's when I shove you violently.
I don't understand your solution to this is me staying awake.
Basically, I don't know, because one of us is struggling with sleep in the last few days, and it's not you, it's me, because I get woken up. So if I wake you up, you just stay awake, okay?
People's elbow.
Does anyone else's other half do it in bed at night time? Like, yeah, and sometimes he's like this to himself. Honestly, like he's protecting himself about something. He's like this. No, but you forgot the cross you do
Oh, yeah.
sometimes. What are you protecting?
Maybe I'm
yourself
scared of you.
I don't think so. But you do
Maybe
this
think
when
about
I'm...
maybe think about that.
No, darling. You do this when I go downstairs and I make you when I'm working, and then I come upstairs like an hour later, and that's you like...
Maybe protecting myself from the light. Because obviously in the morning it's light, isn't it?
Yeah, God forbid.
So maybe it's the light.
God forbid the natural light
Maybe
wakes
it's
you
the
up.
light that I'm shutting out from my eyes.
Anyway, that's what you've done to irritate me this
There's nothing I can learn from that.
week.
Nothing. There's nothing to be learned
Maybe
from
we
that.
should sleep in separate beds.
Maybe you should move back to down south and then leave me to peace in my
Wow.
bed to sleep nicely.
I'm going to tell my mum you said this.
Tell her. She'll be like, leave him alone.
No.
Stop. I'm gonna tell her what happened.
My mum will say, come back.
I'm like, Manu maar diya.
Mum will say, come back.
Daddy, yeah. That's what I say. You
Mum will
won't,
say
you
come
won't
back.
like that.
Mum will say,
When I say daddy, yeah, she won't like that.
Mum knows I'm not daddy.
Yeah, we know, and your sisters know. So I'll have witness. I bring witnesses. I'll say, put your hand on the Quran, and then they'll have to tell the truth. And Zed will be like, oh no, she's not daddy. And then she'll be like, she's daddy. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Right, guys, it's the animal fact of the week.
Yay, my favorite part of the
Tez's
podcast.
favourite part of the podcast. And Tez loves it. He acts like he doesn't. You guys love it. I love
do
it.
love it.
So we're going to get straight into it.
You go on.
We're going to talk about hyenas.
Oh, not finger monkeys.
Not finger monkeys.
Sorry,
not this
Fez.
time.
Sorry, Fez.
Yeah, next time I need to spend a bit more time on that.
Okay.
What do you know about hyenas?
I know that they're dogs who love a good laugh.
Actually, they're more closer to cats.
They're dog-like cats who love
So you got that wrong.
who just
That
love
was one of the questions, but you got that
who
wrong.
love a good laugh.
Okay. Did you know hyenas are intelligent?
Yes.
You did know that.
Yeah, it's obviously intelligent.
Okay. How long do you think hyenas live around in the wild? Okay. Is
Okay.
it 1, 15 years, 2, 20 years, or 3, 22 years?
15 years.
No, 20 years.
20 years, middle answer. I thought dogs. Oh no, dogs do live 20 years.
Do you know
don't
what's
they?
crazy? You know how they can live up to 41 years in captivity?
I'm getting a hyena.
I'm just saying that. Also, is it true that you can get striped hyenas as well as spotted?
Yes.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes, you can. Because didn't we see one? We saw a hyena in
South
South Africa. It probably was a spotted one though.
Okay, my last thing I was going to say to you, you know when hyenas do that laugh?
Ha!
What is it they're doing?
They're talking, they're communicating.
Yeah. Yeah. And did you know they're actually, the moms are very fiercely protective over their babies as well?
I like hyenas. I think they're a bunch of rats, yeah.
Yeah, I like hyenas.
They're a bunch of rats. I get it. They're a nuisance. But I like them though. Like, they remind me of like little boys hanging out on corners making trouble.
Yeah.
And
they do,
and,
they
like, you
do.
don't want them to cause you trouble. But I think because I grew up in areas where lads hung out on corners, sometimes they were causing mischief. Most of the time they weren't causing mischief. So when I see lads hanging out on corners, part of me smiles. I'm like, just don't cause me any trouble. But part of me is like, just lads in it.
It's lads living life, loving
Boys
life.
are out
Yeah.
talking about
Lads.
They're probably just talking about the upcoming football season and transfers and football transfers.
So what
but
you guys do when you're hanging around in street
mainly that's
corners?
what we're talking about. Yeah.
I don't think so. It's that a lot of that is that. I feel like they do that when they're on the headsets and playing games.
Maybe. That is the equivalent. That's where good boys hang out.
That's true.
Bad boys hang out on the street corners.
Yeah. Why are you acting like you used to hang out in street corners? Your mum didn't used to let you out.
I did.
No.
Because the
Mum
guy...
never used to let you out. What are you lying for?
The guys whose sister got married, they lived on that corner house and we used to hang outside the house.
Exactly.
That's why we broke those windows.
Tez's mum
That's why we
was-
broke Patel's sign.
Tez was really good growing up, by the way.
That's why we broke that window. The
You were
opposite,
very
the
good
gross,
growing
the
up.
grocer's window, we broke it and then put a brick through it because we thought the logic was...
This is the true story.
The logic was, well, they're not going to blame us for throwing a brick through it, but they might think it's us because we broke it by a football. That's definitely our fault because we were always there playing football. But if you throw a brick through it, then they can't blame us now.
So bad.
That was good logic.
You were little hyenas back then.
We were hyenas. We used to get them little laser lights and shine in people's cars, and then when they stopped, we'd run.
Oh, bad boy, bad boy.
Bad boys, bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when we put a laser in your eyes and run? What are you gonna do?
They were little geeks in school.
I remember once I put a laser in someone's eye. The guy stopped furious, yeah. Just coincidentally at that time, China happened to cycle past and I went, it's him. And the guy jumped in the car and just chased China around the corner.
Poor China.
And China just like, he knew some guys on the car. At that age, you don't ask why. Something's happening. You gotta react. And China just spread. I got China, go. And then
So
China was
bad.
like, you don't need to tell me twice. China's run off, gave this guy a wild goose chase, came back, panting about 20 minutes later, finally lost the guy.
So
Like,
bad.
what happened? I was like, laser in eyes, and you were on your bike, so we just thought we'd blame you. And he was like, he got it. He wasn't like mad. He wasn't like, oh, why'd you blame me? He's like, no, I get it. I'm on the bike. So
You've got so off topic about
I'm in the
hyenas.
best position here to get away with this.
I've gone so off topic about hyenas.
Right, Shy?
Right, Tez?
Now's my time. Is it my time?
Yes,
my
it
time
is.
in the podcast. We are making rapid progress today.
Oh, wait, what's going on there?
I don't know. We are making rapid progress. Anyway, I've got a question to ask you. A would you rather question? And my question is, this is a good one.
Right.
So it's wherever you are, all the time, 24/7. So for whatever event, occasion, whatever you are, you're either chronically underdressed
Oh, God.
or chronically overdressed
I'll be overdressed.
all the time.
I'll be overdressed.
But I'm saying like supermarkets,
I'll be overdressed.
doctor's appointments.
I'll be overdressed.
Opening the door to the postman.
I'll be overdressed.
Like whatever, you're overdressed.
I'm overdressed.
I think I'd rather be underdressed.
Yeah, just because you constantly are underdressed, I have to overdress you.
That's also true.
That's why we.
Like right now, you'd be wearing like. I mean, it's a podcast, isn't it? So you're dressed completely appropriately.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you'd be like a wedding dress.
But I'd have
Not
nice.
your wedding, but like.
But I'd have
like,
nice clothes though.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, that'd be nice.
That's where
Because
my
for
mind
boys,
works.
the only time we'd be underdressed is if we didn't wear a suit to a wedding.
Yep.
A suit to work. But most places, you don't even probably get away with not wearing a suit these days anyway.
What if you go to an award ceremony?
Yeah. So
Corporate
like,
event.
so for me, yeah. Specific to me, that'd be like
So
a
you'd be underdressed.
I'd rather be like Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler never gets dressed up in it. It hasn't affected him. Adam Sandler just wears like the guy's worth $100 million. And if you look at him, he looks like just any old man off the street, and it works for him. So I'm like, I'd have to just make it work for me.
No, I think I just like pretty dresses.
No,
and
no,
stuff
I
like that.
completely get it for you. I just think for me, am I wearing a suit to answer the door to the postman? Am I wearing a suit to a doctor's appointment? Am I wearing a 3-piece suit to like
You could be wearing chinos.
to like Aldi and that?
You could be wearing chinos
No, but it's overdressed. You could wear chinos to Aldi and no one's looking twice. So you're
with a
overdressed.
nice shirt.
You're overdressed for the occasion. So whatever you think someone could dress up to Aldi, you're overdressed. So everyone's constantly looking at you.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't like that. I don't want anyone to look at me.
But imagine what would underdressed be at Aldi like?
You just be wearing shorts and like
Probably
your
a
PJs.
bathrobe, innit?
Yeah, I've seen people in Audi in
That would be
bathrobes.
bad as well.
Mm,
That also wouldn't be good.
yeah,
Because obviously for Aldi, you go relaxed anyway. But if you're even underdressed
I think it's
for
also.
that,
I think it's your definition of overdressed as well and underdressed.
no, but it's underdressed for the occasion. So for Aldi, right?
Mm,
You look fine. You could go to Aldi in that. You could go to Aldi in jogging bottoms and a top,
Mm.
right? You could kind of go to Aldi in a suit because you could go after work.
yeah.
So all of those would work, right?
Yep.
But imagine, so for overdressed for Aldi would be like you're going in like what you'd wear to a wedding or to a party,
Yeah.
or what I would wear to a wedding, like a wedding suit, not just a work suit. Or but then what would underdress look like? Underdress would have to be like a vest and shorts,
Yeah.
or like
I can't wear
like a
that.
bathrobe. Yeah, you can't wear that.
Yeah,
innit?
it's haram.
I can't just rock up in a bathrobe and that to Aldi.
Mm,
Not me, not Tez Ilyas.
no, even though you would wear that around
I
if you
would,
could.
I would love to.
I'm happy
Go
to
on,
be
I'll
overdressed.
go.
Yours
And
underdressed.
I'll go. Imagine we have to go to events together. Though.
Yeah, and I'm overdressed. You're underdressed.
That would work. People will talk about that. And now like
Like
they can be negative
people
about
talk
it if they
about
want.
Justin Bieber and
Yeah, they can be negative about it if they want. But really, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
we're that couple.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast.
no.
We're not saying which one is which.
Mm.
Right, Shy. I think it's your turn.
Is that? Can you check that for a second? So we are going. This is the part of the podcast where
Right. Can I just say for a second? We didn't we didn't have a lot of time to record this podcast yet. So we were like, listen, we're gonna record half now. And then I've got to go to a gig. You've got to go out with my cousin's wife, Nosheen. So you go do that, yeah? I'll go do that. And we're going to come back at 10 p.m. and record the rest of this podcast. As it is,
we've smashed it.
we might end up recording the whole podcast before we have to leave. This never happened. This should be the pace that we do the podcast in.
But people will
you
complain.
waffled way
I
too-
waffled.
yeah,
You
wa-
started talking
fucking bullshit.
In my
it was-
hyenas one, you're talking about you and China.
Good job.
And Patel's shop.
Good job, I did.
Someone from Patel's shop could listen. They're going to hear that you threw a brick through the
I
window.
think they're aware.
Do
No,
you?
we didn't throw the brick through Patel's window. I broke their sign with a football 20 years ago. The brick through the window was the shop opposite Patel's.
Wow.
Come on.
What if they're listening?
Top window. This uncle is fine in it.
We are at the, going back on topic.
Yeah.
We're at the part of the podcast where we discuss a dilemma or
Yes.
a Reddit story
Yes.
that I have come across, and we do the agony aunt and unhelpful uncle thing going on here. Really,
I think
he's not.
actually-
There's no help really.
Actually, I think I've been quite helpful
Yeah,
in the recent past.
you think so?
I think so. I remember, I listen back to these and improve the podcasts.
Blah 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 blah.
Stop trying to fill time now because we're
Okay.
going super quick.
This is a bit of a serious one. This is a Reddit story.
Okay.
Okay, right. Is it a sin to advise my sister to divorce her husband due to infertility issues not on her part?
I don't think it's haram. But go on.
Okay. I need some sincere advice from people who understand both Islam and the emotional side of this kind of situation.
Okay, we're really on the emotional side of the situation. We're not on the completely understanding Islam.
We're
bit.
not gonna. We don't
Just-
talk about
just-
anything
Yeah,
like.
we're not going to give religious
Yeah.
advice, just so you're aware.
My sister has been married for over 13 years. Wow. And unfortunately, they haven't been able to have children. It has been medically confirmed that the issue is not with her. Over the years, I've seen how emotionally drained she is. My mother constantly makes prayers for her and it hurts us deeply. We've been very patient and supportive, but now I'm at the point where I wonder, is it wrong for me to tell her to consider divorce? I want her to have a chance at motherhood and I hate seeing her slowly lose hope. My mother is scared that if we encourage her to end the marriage, it's obviously not right and we're breaking a marriage. I feel that fear too. Part of me wants to talk to my father and ask him to talk to her husband and suggest that maybe he should let her go.
We
for
had a
both, I think.
podcast. We had a dilemma like this, the opposite side of it,
But
didn't
I'm
we?
scared, and I would be, and I'm scared even if for suggesting it. What I would truly appreciate thoughtful and respectful advice. Also, experiences if you've been through something similar. Obviously, like we don't. Okay, we need to put it. Whatever we talk about in this podcast, we never go on the side of religion. Okay, because
We're
we
not
are
going to give
not equipped.
we're not giving religious
No,
advice.
we always make that very, very crystal clear. We don't do that. But you know,
But instinctively, I don't think it'd be haram to advise someone to leave their spouse. I don't think that's haram. I don't think it's good.
I don't think it's encouraged.
No, it's not encouraged.
Yeah.
But anyway, forget. Go on. What do you think?
Do you know what I always think? Imagine if it was the other way around. Like imagine if
She couldn't have the kids.
yeah, if she couldn't have the kids and a man's messaged and said, I want to tell my brother to leave his wife because of how would my original stance change? And you know how I feel in there, but anyway, I come from a place where I'm like, I believe that if you can't have kids, there's reasons for it, right? Your marriage, alhamdulillah, we don't know the state of their marriage. The marriage might be absolutely perfect, but there are so many children out there that are in need of a home. There's adoption. You've got fertility support now as well. So obviously we don't know. Maybe
I assume they must have been through all that.
because he's medically he's been shown that he can't.
Yeah, because otherwise it's like go get yourself medically, go through that route, innit?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Let's assume they've done all of that and it's not happening.
And I would say that what's the reason for them not adopting, for example, because there's always adoption on there. I don't believe having children is the end all, or does that make sense? I come and I say this because I genuinely feel like there's reasons behind everything. And I believe that if their marriage is good, and hopefully, inshallah, it is. If their marriage,
let's assume it is.
If the marriage is good, if they're solid with each other, and she desperately wants to be a mum, why have you not gone down the adoption route?
Yeah, really, really thoughtful comments there. I would say there's a couple of things. I think if her need/want to be a natural mother of a child that she births herself is greater than her love for her spouse, then maybe she should consider it.
Wow, that's quite deep, isn't it? Imagine she ends up like
she might not end up conceiving anyway.
No, yeah. But imagine she ends up leaving him and ends up in a marriage that's so toxic with someone else.
Right. Yeah, she could end up in a worse position with, like you said, she could end up with someone that does provide a child but is otherwise a horrible, abusive guy. We don't know what's written for you is written for you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's not my advice, but I'm saying like if you don't love your husband that much, I don't know what the situation is.
I understand what you're saying. It's interesting because we usually hear a lot about the men's side, don't we? We always,
and men do get that advice. Men do get that advice.
Yeah.
If your wife can't have a baby, then get married. Then get married again or marry someone else.
Yeah.
Men do get that advice.
And it's very common that if a woman is struggling, and you know what? Luckily, not in today's age. I think times have changed. But it's quite common that if a man doesn't have a child with his wife, his family, friends around them will encourage him, if not push him, to get married.
That is
again.
True. That we've all heard situations like that. That is true.
So we were talking about babies today as well, children today.
Yeah, we were.
And we were just saying that it's not for us. It's very like we're believers of everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, and I've said this. I think I said this on the podcast before, and I said this to you when we met. Is I'm not marrying you, Shy, because I want kids with you. I do want kids with you. I do obviously want kids with you. But that's not but if we don't don't have kids,
it's not the end all.
That's not a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
The reason I'm marrying you is because I want to marry you.
Yeah,
and I love you. Yeah. And if we have kids, alhamdulillah, that would be incredible. If we don't manage to have kids naturally ourselves, then that's not a deal breaker for me. Or if you came to me and said, I can't have kids, then I would have that wouldn't have been a deal breaker for me.
Yeah. But also, like,
we'll see what happens, innit?
Yeah, we'll
obviously
see what
whatever's written for us, it is written for us. And there are other options. Also, Islamically, I don't know the answer to this either. But like a sperm donor,
you can't do that.
You can't do that. Okay, so you're not right. She does know that. Okay,
you can't do that.
Okay, fine. So that's not an option then. Then I guess adoption/fostering.
And I believe there's so many children. There are so many children in the UK alone
Yeah.
that
That require a good
that
home.
require adoption, and I think that
Or fostering.
or fostering, and I feel like that's quite important, and
Not enough people from our community
they don't.
do go down those routes.
They don't. And I read something that's quite interesting because I know someone from my hometown. She does a lot of fostering. So
Mm.
and I was talking to someone else who's like one of my friends who knows her as well. She was saying that she's had this, I think 2 kids, since one was 3 months old
Oh
baby,
wow.
and one that was, and then the sibling, which is like 3 years old or something. But anyway, she's had the 3 month up until like 3-4 years now.
Mm.
Yeah. And
She's fostering or she can adopt.
no, fostering,
Oh
because you
wow.
can have long-term foster because they'd rather they kept the child in the same
Sure.
environment.
Sure.
I think the mum, either she was not, obviously she's not in the right place, but she didn't want to give up the child for adoption. And then my friend was like to her, how do you do it? Because how, like, I'd get so attached. Imagine from
But
3 months.
they could take that baby off at any time.
Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? But she said, she was like, it's not the fact that she goes, obviously it will absolutely like kill me seeing that I'm gonna have to give, but I have to remember that these children are lucky enough to have a mum who at some point will be okay, but also I'm able to open that place to someone else, for example, so someone else will feel that.
True. You
And
become attached though, innit?
yeah, of course, but that's why you got to be strong.
Yeah.
And
That
she's
sounds
she's
hard.
I think she's got a son. She's got a boy already, her own son. And her husband's really supportive as well about her fostering as well. And she's just like, I've got so much love to give, and alhamdulillah, we've got a big house that needs filling up, and I think that she's been doing it for about 10 years, and she's had kids in and out,
Good for her.
Yeah, Muslim
Right,
as well.
look at that route, sister.
Yeah.
So I would say, to be fair, we don't know what she thinks. This is
No.
the sister writing in.
Yeah.
So she might say to her sister, should divorce, and her sister might turn around saying, F off. Don't ever suggest that again. I love my husband to death. No matter what I'm going through, don't ever say that again out loud.
Yeah.
So she might get that reaction.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or she might be like, yeah, I've been thinking about that as well. I just needed someone to say it out loud for me to make it a reality. We don't know what the situation is, but I think my advice would be, if your desire for a child is greater than your love for your husband, and which would the reason I say it is because over time I think she might end up getting bitter towards her husband.
Yeah.
That's what
yeah.
I don't want. I don't
Sad, isn't it?
want I don't want her to be in a position where, because at some point she'll age out, right, where she can't have kids, and I don't want then her
Age
to
out.
be bitter to it. That's what it is. I don't want her to be bitter towards her husband and then be like, this is your fault. I could have, if my life was different, I could have. So if her desire to have natural kids is greater than her love for her husband, then maybe she'd be doing them both a favor, because in the long term I don't think that'd be a good relationship.
Yeah.
But if leaving her husband is not something that she wants to do, which is also brilliant, then there are options, and there are kids that the good kids, all kids are good, but like there are kids who require good homes.
Yeah.
And you
Of
could be
course.
that. You could be that person.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
hopefully.
Hopefully it works out. But I think the sister writing in who wants to talk to her sister, I would say,
Speak to your
don't
sister.
say to your sister, divorce your husband.
No.
But you could bring it up in a way that you could test the waters and see how your sister feels. Because if your sister's like, that's like an argument that you don't even dare to broach that argument, then But if it's like something that your sister's been contemplating for a while, then maybe it's a conversation to be had.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. It's sad though.
Yeah. Wow, Tez.
You know what? You said we can do it, and I doubted you.
Yeah. Guys.
But we've done it. We've done it.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Maybe all episodes should be like this.
By the way, we are going to do something for episode 52 because he said it. That's why he's throwing me off. This is massively unfair.
Episode 52 will be our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
So we are 2 weeks away from 1 year of making a husband podcast.
Yay.
And if you're thinking, hang on, but there's only like 10 episodes on
It's on
YouTube.
Spotify.
That's because the audio episodes, which are the first 40 episodes, are on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yep.
So if one a week isn't enough, there's a 40 episode backlog that you're gonna love, guys.
Yes.
And there were some fun topics and conversations and episodes then as well. So binge
Yes.
on your gym and walks and drives,
Yes.
or just if you're pottering around the house.
Also, remember to please subscribe and like and share as much as you can. And keep an eye on our clips as well because we are uploading clips.
Yes.
And what are you grateful for this week?
I'm grateful for 50 episodes.
Yeah,
I'm grateful for
alhamdulillah.
the ability to adapt because I did not think we could squeeze this into 35 minutes, given that the last few episodes have been like 50 minutes to 60 minutes.
People are going to be like, this is too short. Trust me. Yeah.
They might be like, oh, thank God, good.
If you like it this short, tell us.
Yeah, tell us, would you prefer it
This
like
short.
30 to 40 minutes or 50 to 60 minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, there's also a 50 to 50 minutes option.
Yeah.
What would you prefer?
Yeah,
So-
A, B, or C.
But I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes it's not planned.
Yeah.
Like we're doing now, we end up waffling. So sometimes a segment that we think is going to be 5 minutes ends up being 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we
And it's
both
usually his fault.
like the sound of each other's voice, each of our own voices. She loves the sound of her voice. I love the sound of my
That's
voice.
not true.
It's literally and factually true.
Oh, by the way, you know, Sheila came to drop the biscuits. Sheila's our neighbour, lived down the road. She went. They've got like a holiday home in France, and they go away.
The one that we've been trying to hint for them to rent to give to us for a week.
So she
We
came.
were like,
and
oh, we'd love to go to the south of France. They're like, all right, go then.
I opened the door and I had a coleslaw cream on, and she was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "I'm so sorry,
It's not
Sheila."
attractive. Sometimes I have to live through it.
Right. What am I grateful for?
What are
this
you
week?
grateful for?
I'm
love?
grateful that we're going to Budapest tomorrow.
Yay.
Yay. I'm so excited, guys. I've never been to Budapest before.
Neither have I.
And it's another experience that we get to share together.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm grateful for you guys. And for those of you that have been with us from the start to hit episode 50, let us know. And remember to let your wives, your guys, your family, your friends, everyone know what you're grateful for this week. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.